Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke. Also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. So we finally got some Doctor Who B&M action figure news. I'm well excited. I'm blown away by this. So Emperor Davros will be available on shelves in B&M this month, September 2024. Honestly, I'm blown away. I mean, we all knew these were coming, but I've always wanted to own this Davros Emperor. Massive fan of Remembrance of the Daleks. I'd have to say Remembrance and Resurrection of the Daleks, probably my favourite Dalek episodes of all time. Probably because I grew up in the 80s. I watched them. I remember getting scared by those police officers with machine guns in Resurrection of the Daleks. And then in Remembrance, I remember just falling in love with the Imperial white and gold Daleks. And then, of course, you had the Museum of the Moving Image in 1991, and I got to see the real props. And you could even press the little button to make Emperor Davros's lights light up. Honestly, I loved it. Happy memories. Doctor Who was off the air, but you still had the Museum of the Moving Image. And I went there twice. And honestly, it blew me away, and I must dig out my photos. But yeah, this is wonderful. And it looks great. And again, and I've said this before about the packaging. I know we're now used to this white packaging by Character Options, but it is just perfect for getting signed. So imagine getting it signed by Terry Malloy. I think these boxes are wonderful. I still want to meet up with Colin Baker again to get my TARDIS signed from the stage plays, because I think that would look wonderful. So I definitely want to get that done. And of course, you've got Sylvester McCoy at Collectomania this weekend. So Sylvester McCoy's there, Bonnie Langford. So if anyone does want to get any of their Doctor Who action figures signed, now's your time. So yeah, it's a shame Colin's not there, but Danny from With Now and I, Ralph Brown, who was also in the Phantom Menace, he's at Collectomania. So I'm going to see Ralph Brown on Sunday at Collectomania. Really looking forward to it. Also Phil Daniels from Quadrophenia. So it's going to be a really good weekend. So this has made my day. Finally seeing a press release for these new action figures. But yeah, Emperor Davros, he looks amazing, absolutely amazing, and I just can't wait to get it. So I was actually in B&M yesterday, just popped in there to pick up some things. I didn't see any gaps. They literally, B&M yesterday, they've got all their Christmas stuff. So all the Christmas bits and pieces, the sweets, the chocolates, the gold coins, they're all out. Plus you've got all the Halloween stuff out at the moment. So that's a whole aisle of Halloween stuff. Then you've got your garden stuff as well, your garden furniture. So I really can't see where they're going to put these Dalek sets. Although my local one in Letchworth, I mean, they seem to put a bit here and a bit there. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? One thing I did notice, though, on this occasion, no Doctor Who figures whatsoever. So, you always got the odd couple here and there, maybe a Jodie, maybe a Chris Eccleston, but there was absolutely nothing at all. So, watch this space. When do I start? When do I start going back to B&M? But at least I've also got St Evenage that I can pop into just to see if they've got the goods. But one thing, again, it's only from the images. One thing I noticed from the images of Davros, the actual paint applications on his wires, it's not the same as the original release. Because if I remember, on the original release, you had a lot more paint on the wires, and so I've got to be honest, I think Davros looked better in the original release. Although the actual the headpiece on Davros does look better on this newer version, and I noticed that it's got a gold interior in the actual dome, which he didn't have in the original. So I'm still trying to work out what is Deluxe about Emperor Davros, because I can't see it. I can't see it. The thing is, you can't really make judgment until you've actually seen the action figure in hand. So because it's an image at the end of the day. But whatever, I've wanted this figure for so long, so I'm not fussed. I'm just pointing out a few things that I've noticed. It just doesn't look as good as the original release, but we'll see. We will see. And then, of course, we've got I'd say it's my favourite episode, Resurrection of the Daleks. And yeah, these look absolutely wonderful. Again, it would be great to have these signed by Peter Davison. Might have to get an extra set for that, similar to my Colin Baker TARDIS. But yeah, honestly, I cannot wait to get these, and to think they're going to be out this month, which is my birthday month as well. So I'm well excited. It's only the 2nd of September, and I'm loving it at the moment. Absolutely loving it. So the Resurrection of the Daleks set, which is set 18, there's the rumour about a variant in the set, similar to the what was it? Was it the 5 Doctors? Was it the 5 Doctors? Yeah. So the 5 Doctors had the 5 Doctors came with a cyber leader and then a normal cyber scout. I was never able to find that set in any of my local B&Ms, but luckily the wonderful Chuffy Futter, he sent me the actual 3rd Doctor and the Rastin Warrior robot, which I absolutely love. Took them on holiday to Alton Broad, took them to the beach, took some photos. Honestly, I love them. The 5 Doctors, again, is one of my favourite episodes as well. Proper 80s retro nostalgia overload. But yeah, so similar to the 5 Doctors set, apparently the rumour is that there's going to be a variant in the Resurrection of the Dalek set. So I know a lot of people are concerned that it's going to be the Supreme Dalek where there's going to be a variant. To me, that'd be a ridiculous idea. I mean, why would you do 2 variants of a Supreme Dalek? But what I've heard it's going to be a variant of the drone Dalek, and I think one of the Daleks is going to be based. It's going to be based on one of the Daleks from the Resurrection of the Daleks episode. So I've seen images of what it's supposed to be, and it's going to have a similar gun to the 5 Doctors Dalek. The 5 Doctors Dalek was painted with that orange at the end of the gun. It's going to have a similar gun to that. So watch this space. That'll be good. I think it's great. I think it's great that they're bringing out different variants, but because they did it with a Jodie Whittaker 3-pack as well, with the Weeping Angel, which I thought was great. I thought that was a good idea. I just hope that I'm able to. I'm just hoping I'll be able to find one set, let alone 2 sets with another variant. But looking at the images from character options, the Dalek, the Dalek drone. I mean, the Supreme Dalek looks amazing. I love it with the black and the white. I think it looks great. I think it's probably my favourite Supreme Dalek of all time, purely because I love the episode. But yeah, the drone, the actual paint application on the actual drone Dalek, it looks a lot greyer. It doesn't look as kind of almost petrol green like the original release. So that's interesting. That's interesting. I think they're going for more screen accurate with the colour. And I think that the original releases were based on the publicity shots with Peter Davison and and Janet Fielding at Tower Bridge. And I think that's what they've based, well, that's what Character Options based the colour scheme on. So, and of course those Daleks weren't used in the actual production. So I think this is going to be a lot more screen accurate. It does look it actually looks quite light grey, which doesn't look right. But I mean, it's all about the studio lighting as well at the end of the day. And it's quite a dark episode. And if you remember, the Daleks did use the time corridor to get to Earth, but you never saw them on the streets of London. They were always in the warehouse. But yeah, I am so excited for this set. This time though, I think they've learnt their lesson in relation to diplomacy. So they're not even mentioning the price. There's no mention of the price. I don't think that's the right way to do, because things do get misconstrued, and you know what Doctor Who fans are like. But yeah, so they've mentioned that B&M will be setting the price, and I think that's fair enough. So yeah, leave it to B&M. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will be turning up very soon on the B&M website, and then may the toy hunt begin. Honestly, I can't wait. I cannot wait to get these two sets. So yeah, so really all we've got at the moment is a few images, and I've been sent other bits and pieces, but you know, I don't know anything I don't know anything for sure. Nothing's concrete at the moment in relation to this drone variant. But obviously, if I get any concrete news, I'll share it with you. But yeah, this is great news. Honestly, I'm well excited, well happy with this, and I cannot wait to pick both these sets up. No news yet on the other releases, or the Character Options online exclusives, or even about the Sonic Flip Flop. No news on that being released either. So, but I'm sure that'll be coming up soon. AD's been on holiday, so so he's probably behind. He's probably behind on a few bits and pieces. So more news coming anytime soon. I think. I think we'll probably get more news once these Daleks and Davros they hit the shops. I think after that we'll be getting more news, and honestly, I cannot wait for this. I've been waiting for these Daleks and Emperor Davros for years and years and years. So it's great to at least have the opportunity to be able to buy them. But let's see if we get there. I mean, there's of course we've got the issues with the Scalpers, but I think that the Scalpers, I think they got burnt. I think they burnt their fingers over the last year or so, where they, because you can still see the last releases, you can still buy them on Amazon, you can buy them on eBay, and it's not like they're way overpriced. They're like maybe a couple of pound more than the original price that B&M was selling them for. So I think a lot of the Scalpers got burnt when they when they started trying to pick up every single Dalek set in B&M, and I think hopefully they've learnt their lesson, because there seems to be less B&M releases than in previous years. There just seems to be a lot more to go around. So fingers crossed they'll be able to pick this up. I don't really think there'll be a problem, but who knows? I mean, there's a few sets, as I mentioned, the 5 Doctor Cyberman set I never saw. I never even saw the Time Lord 3-pack from the Deadly Assassin. I never saw that in my local B&Ms either. And a few of the TARDIS sets over the years. So we'll see. But I'm confident, and I've obviously got quite a few B&Ms around my local area. So yeah, honestly, this is great news, and hopefully we'll get more news soon. But that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It lets me know you care. Also helps the channel. and I'll see you in the next one.